he's pitching with confidence. And if he is, he should be just fine.
Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. The wind of the pitch. Ball one there. Darvish, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a slurve, a slider, a four-seamer, and he occasionally uses a curve. And the pitch. And a foul ball left side. One now. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and he got him. One away. And now here's Jeff McNeil. On the ground. Now a jump throw. Awesome play there. Here's a Mets lineup now. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Two outs. In the dirt. Going to count 1 and 2. Battling here as he fouls it away. The pitch. This one popped up. Bogarts brings it in for the third out. Down in order go the Mets. We played an inning, no score. Back here at Citi Field, all set for the start of the inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Manny Machado. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Just missed.
This guy plays third base like he's a shortstop, and he welcomes the difficult play, can throw from so many different angles, and makes really tough plays look very easy.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. And Manny gets a piece.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Here's a 1-2. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. The pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Kicks and deals. Just missed.
It's a good take.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now it's going to be Ha-Seong Kim. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. First pitch, and he just misses. And you played behind guys, and they love having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. All tied up here at the top of the second. And that's in the dirt. And that's ball 2. Hit hard on the ground is short. Toss to Alonso. 2 up, 2 down at the top of the second. So up next, Luis Campusano. Right through there for a strike. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Angels. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about to get started. And our starting pitcher here today, Reid Detmers.
When it comes to hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
In the air to left center. And it falls. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Here is Aaron Judge.
No ball, one strike.
That's inside, and the count is 1-1. LeMahieu gets his lead at first, nobody out. The 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Ugly hack of the off-speed pitch in the dirt. And now it's Juan Soto. And it fouled off. And takes low for ball one. And he dodges that fastball.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
Here comes a pitch. And that one almost hit him.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, dude.
And a 3-1 on the way. Fastball for a strike.
Oh boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Man at first, one away. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Got him. He batted for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner off, get him in a scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. Up and in, and that is ball one. Detmers, 24 years old, a former first-round pick in 2020. That misses. 2-0.
2-0 to count.
Fall off foul. The 2-1. Sliced hard but foul. Goes down looking. The Yanks lead one, and now the Angels will get their first opportunity in this one. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Towing to slab, Carlos Rodon.
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
The lefty fires. Luis Rengifo in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
This hitter loves attacking the first pitch, so not giving him something to hit is a good move.
And that's outside. And it's 2-0. And here it comes. Pitch misses there. They're down 3-1.
One strike.
And that's
the
ball
ball.
4.
Take your base.
Now, this is a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
And now batting Mike Trout. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. And the pitch. And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a pitch. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Brandon Drury to the plate. And misses inside. Rengifo stands at first with 1 out. That clips the corner.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Rodon sets and deals. And that one fouled off.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
1-2 now. That one down the line, and it's just foul. That was close. Rodon ready. Here comes. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And another ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Rodon fires. Off the outside edge with that one, and now it's filled up. Taylor Ward up next for the Angels. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Always having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
3-2. Double play ball to second. Here's one. On to Rizzo at first, and they get the double play.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Second inning set to go. And now here is Anthony Rizzo.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
And a pitch. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
The wind of the pitch. And that's outside. And the count is 1-2. Out to short, Neto. Zips it to first, and quickly one away in the second.
The second baseman,
Gleyber Torres up to hit. And a strike to Gleyber.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
One out, base is empty. That misses the zone. Now 1-2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
That one not close. 2-2. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Stays alive. One down, base is empty. Out there to center. Trout sizing this one up. Hauls it in for the out. Here's Alex Verdugo. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the second. And another ball. Out to short, Neto. Third out.
The Free Nationals.
million miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the Milwaukee Brewers going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway. And towing the slab here, Spencer Strider. What should we keep an eye on here?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Up now for Milwaukee, Christian Yelich. The pitch. That one ripped. And Acuna able to make the grab. And a quick out, number one. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
If they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds, because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away, jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
And now it's William Contreras. One out, bases empty. On the ground, right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Next for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick. And that one hit 97 on the gun. And a foul ball.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
2 out, space is empty. Way inside.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Deep drive down the line. Foul ball. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. Riley makes the play, and it's out number 3. We're midway in inning number 1. No score. Back here in Atlanta, and towing the slab in this one, Freddie Peralta. What do you have on here?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters would have a hard time staying back.
We go to the bottom of the first. And now the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. The pitch.
So, Boog, here's an interesting fact about Acuna. He has the most home runs at Truist Park. He passed Freddie Freeman for the top spot in 2023, and I think he might hold that record for a while.
Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. He circles the bases. It's 1-0. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. Well, I'm sure there's There's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to be foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. The wind of the pitch. Smoked on the ground a second. Terang over to first in time. One away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know guys are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a guy who's got decent pop.
That one missed.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That one misses. And now 3-0.
Well, they gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 3-1. He swings and fouls one off. He goes down looking.
Batting fourth.
Matt Olson up to the plate. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
that's right. And a swing and a miss.
21.
Swings through that one for strike 2. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that one finds its way through. And that keeps the inning going.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and he'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
So man aboard, and now it's the Braves DH, Marcell Ozuna. Olson, the runner at first with 2 gone. And another ball.
He's clearly trying to work him away here, both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
And the right-hander deals. In the air, foul off first. Hoskins settles under it and makes the catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Braves get 1 on the big fly. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. Top of the 2nd, and the batter now is Rhys Hoskins.
Rhys Hoskins.
Strider, an all-star a season ago, 25 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2020. As he turns on the rubber, and with that live arm delivers. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
A little bit lower. Rusty Valentine doing the umpiring behind the dish for us. Maybe the best name in the league.
Yeah, that's a solid one, no doubt. I mean, who's better to ask than you? I kind of wonder, Rusty is his actual name or just a nickname?
Yeah, no clue. Next offering is in for a strike.
Anyways, Rusty's got a good zone, very good on the corners of the plate, but he'll give pitchers a little bit above the letters and below the knees if they're earning it.
Triple digits on that last pitch.
Well, I've always said it's tough. An elevated fastball you see so well, hard to lay off of. Well, when you're talking about 100 miles per hour, chances of catching up are next to none. So, you see that one just blown right by him. I think you're going to have to start a lot earlier if you're going to catch up to that speed.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Up and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-hander kicks, deals. That's outside, and it's 2-1. Just off the inside edge.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
1 down. Now it's the DH, Garrett Mitchell. Not close with that one. 1-0. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul. The 1-1. And it's strike 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Got him swinging.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Now, Jackson Chourio. Ball 1, no strikes.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
And a swing and a miss there.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Thanks for joining us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready for baseball. Getting the nod in this one, Spencer Strider.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Here's the second baseman, Nico Hoerner. The pitch. That one misses, and it's 1-0. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Now move to first. Corner back in on the dive. Up the middle. Sneaks through. Base hit. Throw holds him at second. But the go-ahead run now in scoring position. And still nobody out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
First and second, no outs. Ian Happ up to hit. Ground ball up the middle, that's a base hit. Hoerner flies around third. Here comes the throw. Safe.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Pretty good spot. Hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
Here's Cody Bellinger.
1-0.
In the dirt. Runners stay put. That's ball one.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Fastball for a strike. Moving in the bullpen, Joe Jimenez getting ready to go. Madsen, a left-hander, also throwing. Suzuki, the lead runner out at second. Happ at first with no outs. Good eye right there.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Left-hand batter waits. That one in triple digits.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Dansby Swanson to bat next. In the air in the infield. And the infield fly is called. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit, and then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
The shortstop takes the ball. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Two on, two outs. That's inside. And now it's even 1-1. Slice the other way and foul. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over, and it could have been worse.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there, and I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here with my pal Siggy. And today's starting pitcher, Justin Steele. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ballgame, and the velocity seems to go up.
Ronald Acuna Jr. swings through it for strike one.
Sometimes pitchers work him backwards, starting with the breaking ball, but it's a tricky approach. He almost wants to bait you out there to throw that stuff to start the at-bat.
That's to third. They get the out on Acuna. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. And Chris, they're not lacking for players that can hit the ball over the fence.
And with that said, these hitters have to be patient at the plate because the opposing pitchers are not just going to feed them fastballs down the middle. They're going to have to get deeper into counts and it sometimes take the walks. But when they get their pitches, they don't usually miss them, and that's what I'm expecting to see here in this one.
Ozzie Albies in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Not even close there. Yeah, that's ball two. There's a strike. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Down, base is empty. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And another ball.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
And that one is lifted in the air. Suzuki on the move. He's got it. And there are two outs. Here's Austin Riley.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Two out, space is empty. In the air, out towards right center. Bellinger